It's Scoliosis Day 10. Cue the intro. Action. Scoliosis! So for today's Scoliosis, we're going to be doing some core exercises down on the ground, and we're going to be experimenting with the style of breathing that they use in the system called Flobility, where it requires a lot of forceful exhalations to help you engage your core and strengthen your core. So we're going to play around with that a little bit. We're also going to talk about confidence with scoliosis, clothes to wear, clothes to make you feel good, helping you to feel less self-conscious with your scoliosis. So that's also another big thing, so we can discuss that towards the end. What you're going to need today is potentially some scoli props. If you understand your convexities, we're going to prop underneath the convexities as we're lying down on the ground. If you don't know that, please don't worry about it. You don't need to do it, but it's just something a little extra for those of you that are a little bit more advanced with your scoliosis corrective exercises. A yoga mat. And if you do have one of these bands or a stretchy pair of leggings or something like this, if you happen to have one, go grab that, pop me on pause, and then we're going to come down onto our mats. So forceful exhalations are a great way for us to strengthen our core and especially help us with our rib flare. If you do have a rib flare, like your front ribs coming forward, you're kind of arching into the top of your back, it's common with scoliosis. This forceful exhalation can help us with that and help to strengthen our rib cage so that it's in a better alignment with our pelvis, which is the ultimate goal and would be the ideal posture. So we might never get there, but we can at least strive towards it. So I want to do a little test first so that you can feel your core muscles. They're in there, you have them, they're in there, don't worry. You can feel your core muscles engage as you exhale. So just to elaborate on that, when we do a forceful exhale, all of our core muscles, not just the abdominals, but like all of, especially the really deep core muscles, engage to create that intra-abdominal pressure, which is so important. We use that when we give birth, for example, if you're a female, or when you poop, or when you sneeze, when you cough. That kind of that tightening of the core, that is your deep core muscles at work, and that is what we want to try and engage today when we're doing our forceful exhalations, because a forceful exhalation is one way to really engage these. So let's just do a little test so you can see what I mean. So you're going to take your hand to your belly. It's going to sound a little bit funny, but just bear with me. Holding your hand to your belly, you're going to do a little cough. You're going to go and you can do that a couple of times, just like a and every time you cough, you'll feel your tummy muscles contract. And that is your deep core muscles contracting, creating that intra-abdominal pressure, which we really, really need. And the same thing happens when you do a forceful exhalation. And what do I mean by forceful exhalation? Again, this is all going to be a little bit weird, especially if this is new to you, but just bear with me. There is method behind the madness, so you just got to roll with it. But you're going to pretend that you're trying to blow out a fire, like not a little candle on a cake, like there's this fire out in front of you and you're going to try to blow that baby out. So it's going to be like a, you know, not like a little, like a long, forceful exhale, like you're trying to blow something over, just blowing out a fire that works. So practice that a couple of times. You can either have your hand on your belly, getting a big inhale, and then forceful exhalation, but slow exhalation, not like a, no quick jarring movements, slow forceful exhale. Getting a big inhale, slow forceful exhale. And as you're doing that forceful exhale, you are engaging those deep, deep core muscles. And that, my beautiful scoliosis friends, is what we're going to be working on today with additions of, you know, scoliosis stuff, of course. So if you do have your props and you understand how to prop your convexities as you're lying down on your back, then let's do that. And if you don't have props and you don't understand what I'm talking about, just lying down on the back. And you can have your feet flat down onto the ground and your knees pointing up in the air. And as you're lying down, just take a moment to relax. And I want you to just be completely neutral with the body. So let the body do whatever it wants to do. Please don't slam your lower back. So don't push your lower back down into the ground and don't overarch your lower back. Just let your lower back do its natural thing, because we do really want to keep our natural lordosis, that is the natural arch of your lumbar spine. We want to keep that when we're doing our core exercises, because we want our ribs and our pelvis to line up, and lordosis is an important part of that. So you can take your hands to your belly and we're going to do those forceful exhalations just as we're lying here. So you're going to take a big inhale. You can breathe into your belly, breathe into your rib cage, and then do a long, forceful exhalation, like you're blowing out a fire in front of you. So I want to hear you through the camera. I want to hear that exhalation. Get that big inhale, forceful exhalation. 3 more times. Big inhale. Don't be shy. Go for it. Big inhale. Blow out that fire. One more time. Big inhale. And exhale. Blow out the fire. Blow, blow, blow. And relax. And just take a moment now, noticing what you felt with your hands, noticing how your tummy muscles, how your core feel. Maybe if they feel just like a little bit warmer, or like you just used them. And then we're going to do that again. And I really want you to obviously blow hard, but feel what your core muscles are doing. Feel it all with your hands. Feel your ribs. Connect your brain to your body. We really want to connect these two things together. So let's go again. Getting your big inhale. Forceful exhalation. Big inhale. Forceful exhalation. Big inhale. Forceful exhalation. Squeeze your core muscles. 2 more. Big inhale. Forceful exhalation. And 1 more. Big inhale. And forceful exhalation. Good. Good. Give yourself a moment to relax. Just noticing what you notice. What does your body do? What is your breath doing? What is your belly doing? Are you feeling any tingling sensations? Good, okay. Then we're going to put that into practice by making things a little bit more challenging and really adding it into a core exercise. And I know my clients love this one. So you're going to take a big inhale, then we're going to exhale. And at the bottom of our exhale, we're going to lift the feet off the floor. And as we do that, I want you to keep your natural arch in your lumbar spine. That's important. So getting a big inhale. Get a big forceful exhale. And then squeezing your tummy muscles, lift your feet off the ground. Flex your toes, have your ankles in line with your knees. And just holding this position. This is engaging our core. This is working our core, making sure you're not flaring your ribs up towards the ceiling. Get a big inhale. Forceful exhale. Big inhale. Forceful exhale. You can keep working on this, or you can take your hands to your knees and push your hands into your knees and your knees into your hands. And then keep going with that breath. You won't be able to get as much of a big inhale, but focus on the exhale. So getting an inhale, exhale, push hands to knees. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Do 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Good. Release. Gently relax the feet down to the floor. Whew. Well done, well done. Giving the core muscles a little bit of a rest. Definitely gets them going, strengthening our core. And when we've propped, it helps with the derotation as well. So it's like we're trying to strengthen our core whilst being derotated. If this is bothering your lower back, I would recommend starting with your feet on the floor, doing your exhalations, and as you exhale, just lifting 1 foot off the floor and back down, and then coming 1 foot off the floor and back down, and just breathing and moving like this to start. So now we're also going to add the band into it. If you do have a band, if not, just you can do this without the band. I'm going to knock over my Christmas tree. We don't want to do that. Poor little Christmas tree. So now we're going to reach the arms up above the head. You're going to have your hands roughly shoulder width apart. Remember, you can try this with a stretchy pair of leggings or something like that, but ideally one of these bands will work the best. So you're going to get a big inhale, forceful exhale, squeeze the tummy muscles, and then pull the band apart. And then gently bringing it back. Get a big inhale, exhale, pulling the band apart. And if you don't have a band, just open your arms and close your arms without a band. You're still going to work your back muscles. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the tummy and then pull the band apart, squeeze the muscles along the spine. Gently controlling the ways you bring it back as well. If you do have the band, not letting the band, just pull your hands back together. And keep going through that. Try and do that those deep exhales as you control the band. Big inhale, big exhale. Squeezing the tummy muscles, but also working our back muscles, working the muscles behind our shoulder blades. Good. You're doing so well. Get 2 more. Remember to breathe. Try and keep those forceful exhalations. That really is the theme of today. Good. That's it. And then take a moment to just relax. Well done. Nice. We're going to move through that all again. One more time. And we can make things a little bit more challenging. We can also maybe not make things more challenging if you're feeling any pain or if it's already hard enough. So we're going to start with our core exercise. So you're going to get a big inhale, exhale, squeezing the tummy muscles, and at the bottom of your exhale, when you've let go of all the air, we lift the feet off the ground. And then we can come back, little inhales, forceful exhales. And I'll give you the option, you can take your hands to your knees, push your hands into your knees, or you can try foot taps, gently lowering the foot down to the ground and back up. And then the other side. And bringing the breath into it. So exhaling as you lower, inhaling as you lift. Exhaling as you lower, inhaling as you lift. And as you're doing this, you're not letting your hips go into rotation. You're keeping the natural lumbar curve. We want to strengthen our backs with some lordosis in it. We don't want to slam the lower back down into the ground. That is just encouraging an unstable and unnecessarily mobile lower back. And our lower backs are not supposed to be the most mobile part. Our thoracic spine's up, but that's another story for another day. Keep going. And if it's getting too much, remember you can just have your feet on the ground and lifting one knee up at a time. I'm going to finish us all off with a little hand push. So if you're not already, pushing your hands into your knees. Get that big exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze those tummy muscles as hard as you can. Keep going. Keep breathing. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good. Well done. And then you're going to grab your band. And you're going to come back to this one. And remember, if you don't have a band, just do the arms without the band. You could still open the arms and squeeze the back muscles and then close the arms. But the band definitely helps add a bit of resistance. So, I'll give you the option here. You can either keep your feet on the ground or you can lift your feet off the ground. And this is going to be much more difficult, much more advanced. So please just choose the level at what you're at and listen to your body. So you get a big inhale, exhale, and then we pull the band apart. And if your feet are off the ground, you're going to be working your core muscles a lot more. But you have to make sure that your hips are not rotating. That's so common with scoliosis. Try and keep both hips equally down onto the ground. Squeeze your core muscles, not letting your rib cage flare. That is, those forceful exhales are really going to help with that. Good. Keep going. Keep breathing. You're doing so well. We're going to get 3 more. 3 more. You got this. Good. And as you're opening the arms, you're thinking about your spine. Squeeze the muscles along the spine. Good. 1 more. And then gently release. Good work. I know that you think we're almost done, but I do want to do 1 more hand push, 1 more exhalation, squeezing core exercise. So we're just going to do it 1 more time, pushing our hands to the knees. Remember, you can just have your feet on the floor and do 1 knee in at a time. So getting a big inhale, exhale, squeeze those tummy muscles, get that intra-abdominal pressure, and then lift your feet off the ground, take your hands to your knees, and let's go, pushing hands to knees, and get inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Do 3 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale, exhale. Good, and relax. Good work. Well done. Nice. If you do have your props, you can just remove those out of the way. You can bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a little hug. Well done. Maybe a little rock from left to right. And then you can roll yourself gently over to one side. Bring yourself up and let's come into a puppy pose and just give our spines a nice long stretch up to that. So you can tuck your back toes under, send your hips roughly halfway back between your knee and your ankle, and reach your arms out in front. And get some nice big deep breaths into the back of the spine, really lengthening out the spine as much as you can. And then gently bringing yourself back up. Good, well done. That stuff is not easy, so if you struggled with that, don't worry, you are not alone. If it hurts, please be very gentle. It does require core strength, and the more you practice, the easier it's going to get, the more core strength you're gonna build. But it's different, you know, it's unique. You don't see people doing this in the gym, and you know, people just don't know, don't think to use their forceful exhalations, but it really is so important, and it really does make a difference. And I personally love it. I do it all the time, and again, I've discovered this through the Flobility system, so you can always check that out if you're interested. But it's really game changing for core exercises and trying to hold your scoliosis corrections and not let yourself go into rotation, but just strengthening these core muscles to stop this rib flare and to hold our core and strengthen our whole body. So I hope that helped. Keep practicing, and let's take a seat and have a little chat about confidence and clothes with scoliosis. Having scoliosis can greatly affect our self-confidence, our self-worth, all of the conversations that we have with ourselves in our head, how we look at ourselves in the mirror, and the type of clothes that we wear. And my beautiful scoliosis friends, unfortunately there is no magical fix to this. There is no magical thing that I can say other than what has really helped me personally and what I have seen help my clients, my friends. So I, for years and years and years, struggled with my self-worth. I hated looking at myself in the mirror. I hated seeing my rib hump. I hate seeing, you know, my neck over to one side. And I also come from the fitness industry, where I was working with a lot of personal trainers that have amazing bodies, and then I'm just there with this like horrible looking rib hump on my back. And I even remember one of the personal trainers one time like poking me in the back and being like, "What is this?" And then I actually ran away crying, and that was awful. But I just want you to know that I have been through this as well, so I understand that it's hard. It's really hard trying to live in this body and be confident in this body. But what helped me was really coming to terms with my scoliosis, really accepting it. And I know that is hard to do because so many of us just want it to be gone. We just want it to disappear. Like, we just want it over, and I totally get that. But we have to understand that that's just not our path. God, the universe, the spirit, whatever it is that you believe, that was not chosen for us. We were chosen to have scoliosis, and we can't change that no matter how much scoliosis corrective exercises we do. Even when we get surgery, you still might see a rib hump or some kind of, you know, uneven shoulders or something like that. So it really is with us for life. We have to accept that, and we have to embrace that. And actually, the way that I look at it now is like, it's me. It makes me quirky. It makes me special. It makes me connected with you guys. And I actually genuinely believe now that if someone asked me if I mean, it's hard. If someone was like, you could just magically have a straight spine, of course, you know, I'd want to say yes, but at the same time, I would lose my community, I would lose my identity, and I really do think scoliosis does become part of us, and we should have a very positive outlook on that, because you were chosen to have a curvy spine, and you can use it to your ability to help other people with scoliosis, to help other people feel more confident. When you get more confidence in your body, it's going to help someone else have more confidence with theirs. And even people that don't have scoliosis, you know, they have their own things going on, and you are your own worst critic. No one sees your scoliosis as bad as you do. No one probably even notices it half the time, and if they do notice it, they probably notice it for a second and then like start thinking about something else. Like, no one is fixated on your scoliosis. No one notices it like you do. When it comes to wearing clothes, like I'm wearing now this nice big baggy jumper, this just makes me feel very cozy, of course, and you can't see any of my scoliosis, and I love that. But at the same time, as you've just seen, like, I'll walk around in a sports bra, I'll go to the gym in a sports bra with my scoliosis hanging out, I know people are looking at my spine, like you can see I have scoliosis, and I see people look at it. I remember like there was a mirror and I was doing an exercise or whatever, and there was a girl behind me and she's just like looking at my spine, and I'm looking at her looking at me, and then she sees me and she like looks away. And I did feel self-conscious, but at the same time I was like, no, let her look, let her see that scoliosis is a thing and that you can still be strong and beautiful and confident with it. And I really want to help you get to that stage as well, because it didn't just instantly happen for me. It came through that acceptance, and then also doing everything you can to really look after your body, keeping your body fit and healthy, and starting to do scoliosis corrective exercises, because that can help if you are consistent. It can reduce the rib hump, it can make the spine look longer, it can help, you know, create those muscles down the spine, it can help you look better, but it's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel so much better. So that is why exercise is really important. If you are struggling with how you look, getting a strong fit body, like, it's going to help regardless of if you have scoliosis or not. And then you'll get more confident in your clothes, and maybe, you know, wearing a sports bra at the gym or whatever. You don't have to do that, but just having that confidence and that fuck yeah, I've got scoliosis, who cares, like whatever. Everyone's got their own issues. Your scoliosis makes you unique, it makes you special, and I just want you to embrace that instead of being so sad about it, because you're part of this beautiful community that we have. And like I said, if you're just having those days where you don't want anyone to see it, get a nice big baggy cozy jumper. Like it's Christmas time, it's Christmas sweater season, so just embrace that. And in the summertime, sometimes if I'm like at the beach and I don't want everyone staring at my spine, I get like a little cover up, like a little, you know, like there's little shawls or something, and cover the spine up. And you know, just being aware of how you're sitting as well. If you're very aware of your posture, just not letting yourself sink around into the back, just, you know, think nice open chest, shoulders back, head up. You can still have good posture with scoliosis, you just need to be aware of how you're sitting. But to summarize this, please remember, you are your own worst critic. You are still beautiful with your scoliosis. I recommend just looking after your body the best way that you can. That's going to help improve your confidence. If you're having a down day, just wear a big baggy hoodie, cover it up, you know. But also don't be ashamed of it. Don't be ashamed of it. There are so many others like you out there, and you can wear backless dresses. Do you know what? I think it's time that we all wore backless dresses and just made scoliosis cool. So I'm gonna wrap that up here. I hope that little pep talk helped. And I will see you tomorrow. Well done.